What's up? Welcome to the welcome to the Cahn Solo podcast. I'm your host Samuel. With me, as always, my handsome co-host Stuart. You know, Stu, you're looking a little dirty lately. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to wash a 75-year-old teddy bear. I'll have to Google that and see what we can do. I mean, you look good for your age, but you do need to be cleaned up because you're a little dusty. Sit you up a little better. So twice a year, I post a little fun skit about daylight saving time. It's not savings, by the way. It's saving. I don't know who started the savings, but it's wrong. So if you say daylight savings, fix it. It's daylight saving time. Saving sounds better, though. I don't know why it isn't daylight savings, but it isn't. I post a humorous skit twice a year when it starts and when it ends. So whatever, November and then March. Yeah. The joke is that I don't understand it. And I am serious. I'm pretty serious about it because I really don't. It's a satirical thing where it's like, oh, do we go back 1 hour, but why is it still dark? And it's the one that I did this year, which was earlier this week, is it's blown up, and I think it's like at 3 million views now, and the amount of people that that relate to it is so funny, and it's also so stupid that we do this. I don't know what is happening with the ending of it or the keeping it on. I think they were going to do a bill in Congress that was going to keep it one way, and I don't know. Again, I don't know if it just started or if it just ended. So, all right, so daylight saving time ending means, I don't know. I'm not going to look this up because it gives me a headache. And I really do not understand it. And there's a lot of people that have been commenting like, oh, you idiot. Which is they usually do that on many a video I post. You idiot, how do you not understand this? It's a very simple concept. You go back an hour. But here's what I don't understand. So the day before we switch the clocks back, we turn them back, I feel like the day before, at about 6 o'clock at night, it was still really light out. But then when we turn the clock back, that hour that it goes back where it's at 5, it's like pitch black. So why wasn't it that dark the day before at that hour that we switched? Does that make sense? It just it always throws me off. And I like, the more I think about it, the crazier I go. And it also, every time it's switched, so when we fall back, we gain an hour. But I always feel so much more tired than when we spring forward and lose an hour. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's because it's dark out and I feel like I'm tired at like 3:30. It's such a stupid thing. And I know that it's an outdated thing, and I've read that it has to do with like farmers needing more light for their crops and stuff. And then I've also heard that like, oh, that's not even true at all. So we don't even know why we're doing it anymore. And it's so silly. And I don't know which one if Congress does end up going through with this, I don't know which version we're going to keep, but I personally, I mean, you could argue both are good. I personally, like, I prefer the dark. I prefer, like, the cold, but I don't mind having it be more sunlight for safety reasons. There's less car accidents, there's less crime. I think that women, women, I don't think ever really feel safe being out, like jogging by themselves and stuff. But I think that they would prefer to have more sunlight longer, especially since it gets dark, like when people are getting off of work. I think it gets dark at like 4:45 now, and that's so fucking early. So, yeah, I hate daylight saving time, and I think that we should abolish it or not abolish it and keep it how it is. I don't know what like the default settings of the Earth is. I don't know which one it is, but I like the one from March until November. And that's the other thing I don't understand is why it's not 6 months and 6 months. It's November to March, which is what? 4 months? November, December, January, February, March. 4 months that we do this. And then the remaining 8 months is the other daylight saving time off or on. It's so stupid, and I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm thrown off by this, and I'm already tired. It's like what 9:30, and I'm like I feel like it's even though my body thinks it's like 10:30. I'm tired as if it was 1 a.m. Like I don't. It takes me too long to get used to, and I hate it. I hate change. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. We love you so. Your human buddy Sam and his teddy friend. This is hello. The song's almost over. It's about to end. Let's start the show. Cahn Solo Podcast. Stu, I really hope that you didn't take offense to what I said earlier about how you looked dirty. I don't think that you look dirty. I think you could use a little freshening up and get your coat as shiny as it was on episode 1. We should do that for the 50th episode. We should watch No, I don't want to. I do not want to watch the first episode. I just remembered that we didn't have the microphone plugged in the whole time. I was just holding the microphone, and it wasn't plugged in. Or I think it was plugged in, but I didn't have it on the right setting on QuickTime. I think that's what happened. So it was using the horrible microphone. What was I? Oh, that's what we're going to complain today a little bit. We're going to complain about streaming services. You know, God damn it. Those streaming services, boy, I'll tell you. I run in the gym and I like to watch TV. What else would I be doing? And I watch Law and Order. Like it's constantly, I think it's TNT, right? Probably. Constantly on. It's just a marathon nonstop. It might as well just be the Law and Order channel, and I love it. I can always rely on Stabler, and oh my God, why can't I think of her name? Oh, whoa, what is wrong with me? This is so bad. Why did I wanted to say Riggs for some reason. That's Lethal Weapon. This is so embarrassing. Stabler. I watch the show a lot. I swear to God. I'm like, this is the worst brain fart I've ever had. Am I having a stroke? I have to Google this. Law and Order, Stabler. And Benson. Are you fucking kidding me? I almost want to start re-recording right now. This is so embarrassing. Benson. That was so weird. I watched the show and I realized, like, I'll be, flipping through the channels and like, watching basketball. They got The Simpsons. It's TV, and I was thinking about how many streaming services that we have now, and it's great because you can watch anything you want on demand. But I stupidly signed up for like everything at once, which is November. So I think it was like the 6th or something. I got billed for everything, and my wallet, my digital wallet. I do HBO Max, which is 100. I think that's 150 a year, but then with tax, it's like a 165. So I got hit with that. Amazon, I have Amazon Prime, and then Netflix, I think renews, and Hulu I turn on and off because I don't think that they cycle or they rotate often enough. I feel like they keep all the same movies and shows for too long, so I get that like every 4 or 5 months. So total, God, what, 300-ish? Why did we stop cable? I don't know how much cable was, because the last time that I had it was like when I was living at home and my dad took care of all of that. But I can't even remember like how that worked. I think there was, I don't know how TiVo worked. I'm pretty sure we had TiVo. But isn't TiVo like recording shows and movies, and that's essentially streaming? I remember that we had to free up space so that you could keep more. It was like having a cell phone. Like you have to free up space to, make room for more shows and stuff. But it was a pretty big. Like we had like 500 episodes of Saturday Night Live and whatnot. But that was kind of the fun of having cable. It was like roulette. You didn't know what you were gonna end up getting. I mean, you had the guide, obviously, but it was like, oh, you just have to kind of look, and oh, Jaws is going to be on Thursday. Do I want to record it? But now we have streaming, and it's so much easier. I mean, I could go watch Breaking Bad right now if I want, and with cable, I would have to wait for it to be on AMC and hope that they air all of the episodes. And that's the other thing that sucked, is they wouldn't do like it was weird because they would sometimes do like Rocky 2, Rocky 3, and then like Rocky Balboa, like the 6th movie. Like they would skip 4 and 5 for some reason. And it was like, oh, okay. Or they do like do Back to the Future. Back to the Future 1, 2, and then 1 after again, and then it's like 5 different TV shows, and then at 2 a.m. they'll play 3. Anyway, I don't know the solution for this, because I hate spending this much money, and I don't know how to get cable. I don't know if is that still a thing? Like, I'm in an apartment, so I don't know if a cable box, if I call whoever and get a cable box, do they have cable boxes anymore? I don't even know. I'll have to look into this. I'm not going to get cable. Who am I kidding? But the idea is it makes so much more sense, because if you want to watch the NBA, you need like the NBA pass, which is like $60 a year or whatever. And then if you want to watch baseball, that's a different pass. I'm sure they have like an ESPN package deal that's probably all the sports, but I imagine that's like $300 or something insane. Shit, I just realized I forgot to cancel my Duolingo yearly membership or whatever. So there's another $80 or whatever that is. Maybe they'll let me cancel it. I don't know. Yo no comprendo. Is that right? I have not touched that app in months. I don't think I'm ever gonna learn Spanish like I thought. I'll probably start up again in January. Why? So it's been an interesting last 2 weeks. I can't remember the last episode. The last episode was right before Halloween, I think. What happened? So it was 2 weeks ago, because my brother's birthday was on the 29th, and I think the day before was the last episode that we did. But yeah, nothing really. Oh, Matthew Perry died that day. That was a big thing. Fucking crazy, man. That's so sad. He's like, I didn't really know. I've never seen Friends, so I don't know anything. Like, I mean, I know the show. I know that it's the Friends. It's the 6 friends, and they live in New York, and I don't know what they do where they can afford the apartments that they live in, but it was a successful show, so it's probably funny. But yeah, I've seen a lot of interviews with Matthew, and I know that he had like a substance problem, but I didn't know the extent of it until I've seen these interviews, and I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if it's been released or not. I know that he drowned in his hot tub, which I would imagine was some kind of like heart problem, or I hope it wasn't drugs, but I don't think that he may have like bonked his head or something, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's really sad, because he's one of those dudes who was such a huge star for such a long time, and that character Chandler was iconic. I can't remember if I ever told the story about the 6th grader that I had who predicted the Super Bowl score, Chandler. He was named after Chandler Bing. This kid, his mom liked Friends so much that she named her son Chandler. And I remember that was so funny, because when I first met him, I was like, "Oh, Chandler," and he's like, "Yeah, my mom named me after this guy from a TV show," and I was like, "Yeah, I know that TV show. I'm an old guy." I was like 22 at the time, but he was like a 6th grader. So yeah, that was a real bummer, because you have this really loyal fan base, and seeing people sad is sad. And I think that he was, I don't know what happened to him. From what I understand, he was clean the day of. He was playing racquetball or something. So I hope that he was taking care of himself, but he was like 55, and he did a lot of drugs for a long time. And when you do that to your body for however many years, 30 years, it's not like it just fixes itself after you go to rehab and you take better care of yourself. Like you've got damage done, and I don't know, just fucking crazy. And anytime that this happens, unfortunately, I've mentioned this before, there's out come the conspiracies, and I saw so many videos like, oh, sudden heart attack, huh? Wonder what that was. And it's like, I don't think that it was the fucking COVID vaccine. I think that people are allowed to die. God, the other ones that are... it's sad because it's people mourning, but there were so many clips of the Friends show, and all the comments are like, oh my God, it's so sad. It's like they're saying goodbye to him. Like there was an episode where Chandler moves away or something, and yeah, the comments are like, it's like they're saying goodbye. It's like they knew. What the fuck are you talking about? You sound insane. Or the last couple of posts that he made, I think he was into Batman. I don't know what was happening, but he was into Batman. I read that he liked Batman. He had the Batman symbol in his pool. And I guess he was calling himself Matman for a couple of weeks. And people were saying that it was him crying out for help. Like he needed help. Like, oh, Matman, yeah, this was so weird the last couple of weeks. He was like, it's like he wanted us to help him. What? What? He was being funny. Like his last caption was him in his hot tub. And it was something like, ooh, I like swirling around or something. You don't need to look into everything. Unless somebody takes their own life and there were like signs, I guess you can analyze that, but I think that he just passed away. And that always drives me fucking crazy when people just can't just die. It's always got to be look into that's what I saw. There was a Friends episode where Courtney Cox's character and Chandler were talking, and they were taking a picture, and he smiled funny, and she said something like, "Oh, you look like a drowning victim." And people were looking into that, and they were like commenting, they should take this out because this is insensitive. It was a throwaway joke from a show that ended in 2005, I think. Calm down. That's like saying we need to take Paul Walker out of all the Fast and Furious movies because he died in a car accident. Come on, dude. But again, I get that people are sad, but you can mourn and just say he was a great actor. He was hilarious. His sense of comedic timing was amazing, and he'll be missed. You don't need to go and find these episodes and make sense of what happened with that episode. No one knew he was going to die while he was on the set of Friends in 2023 in his hot tub. No one knew that. We don't need to... We can hang that up. Like, we can stop that. I gotta say, that was the perfect timing for the little battery low notification to go off. We're going to switch gears here. I wanted to do this Am I the Asshole? That... I get these notifications on my phone sometimes, and this one, am I the asshole for refusing to change my daughter's clothes at a birthday party? I saw this one pop up on my phone, and I clicked on it, and I read a little bit of it, and I was like, ooh, let's do that one. And I forgot, we did mention this. We have a Cahn Solo Pod Reddit, subreddit or whatever. Yeah, I did that 18 days ago. I can't remember if I think we mentioned it, but if I'm gonna start posting all the like TikToks and little clips and stuff on there. I'm really bad at this. I need to like get going on it because I haven't posted in 18 days. But there was someone, there it is. Real Real Joe Pesci. Hi, Real Joe Pesci. Wouldn't that be funny if this was really Joe Pesci and he was if I was a famous person, this is the kind of stuff that I would do. I always wonder if famous people actually do that. Like, does Beyonce use Reddit or Twitter or anything as like a separate name? Because she can't just have Beyonce as the name. But I don't know. I think that would be fun to, if I was really famous, I would do that. I would have a separate account and interact with people, and I don't know. I think that would be a really fun thing. And I think of people like Jack Black, who are very, they communicate with fans a lot. I think Jack Black probably has like a side account that he goofs around on. He goofs around on his own. Like, I'll see him comment under TikToks and Instagram posts and stuff. All right, Joe Pesci. What do you want, Joe Pesci? Topic request. Walmart and Target sell all the same stuff, but why does Walmart smell like Walmart and Target smell like Target? Well, Joe Pesci, here's why. Oh, wait, he said something else. Shouldn't they smell the same? Also, oh, that's a separate thing. All right. I use both. I think that for some reason people think they can just show up to Walmart as they are. And I think that is how the world should be. I think that if you need toilet paper, if you need bananas, go to Walmart. Why do you need to get dressed up for that place? You're getting toilet paper and bananas. All right? Now, should you have your ass crack out? I don't think that you should. But I also don't think that you need to dress up the way that people dress up for Target, because Target, I don't know what happened, when it happened, but Target has gotten pretty fucking fancy. And I will sometimes feel like I underdressed for Target if I'm wearing like just a t-shirt. When I say t-shirt, a Sam Cahn t-shirt is usually pretty ratty. This, I don't know. Can I show this? This is like a brand. I don't skateboard anymore, and I don't think that Pig Wheels is a company anymore. But I'm not sponsored by Pig Wheels, but I've had this shirt forever. I didn't really skateboard that long. I skateboarded for like a couple of months in high school. I could still stand on a board. Anyway, wow. I think I do have ADD. Yeah, when I wear a shirt like this, it's kind of ratty. And I don't know if I should be wearing that to Target. I should wear it to Walmart. Walmart is okay. Walmart, you can wear your pajamas. You could wear them to Target, but you're gonna feel a little bit out of place. So they sell the same things. Why do they smell different? I don't know. I really don't. Like, is Walmart is bigger? I'm pretty sure. It might just be the maintenance of. No, Walmart is a clean place. Look, I'm not slandering Walmart because I go there more than I go to Target. But I'm going to say there's enough people in there that come as they are, which might mean that they didn't shower beforehand. Like if I go running and I'm done and I'm like, I need to go to the store like right now. I need soap. I don't have any shower soap. I would go to Walmart as sweaty, nasty man instead of Target because I'd feel better. And I think that that's kind of the clientele now is that people feel it's like a joke. I think there's a page like Creatures of Walmart or something, and people just post pictures that they took at Walmart, and it's like, wow, that person is wearing no shoes. So I think that it's just the collective group of people that aren't making sure that they're staying up with their hygiene as much as Target. So maybe that's just kind of like going through the vents. I don't know. That's a great question, Joe Pesci. What else did you say? As an alternative, I think Sam should do some investigative work and reach out to the lollipop executives at Dum Dum and ask if Wells Fargo is their biggest customer. That's a fact. I don't think I have ever seen Dum Dums anywhere other than on Halloween and at Wells Fargo. I'm just going to say that's a fact. I don't even need to look that up. I kind of want to, though. I feel like that would be a fun little deep dive. Ooh, is that it? That's it. Wow, there's 19 of you in this group. That's awesome. And there's one online. I think I'm the one online. Yeah, I really need to do something on here. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I never know what I'm doing. All right, where's the Am I the Asshole? We're going to go back to that. Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to change my daughter's clothes at a birthday party? I, 34 female, have 2 kids, 8 male and 4 female. My daughter's name is... Oh, shit. I can't say this word. Aurora. Is that it? It's one of those words I can't say. I hate. You're the asshole for naming your kid Aurora. I think I'm doing it. My daughter's name is Aurora. Aurora. My husband, 36 male, and I chose that name because it was slightly similar to my late father-in-law's and worked well with our last names. It had nothing to do with the princess from Sleeping Beauty. Her name's Aurora? I just thought her name was Princess. Anyway, in spite of that, we've had fun with that movie in the past, and ever since my daughter realized that she shared names with a Disney character, Princess Aurora has been her favorite. Our family went to Disney World in July, and while there, we bought my daughter a Princess Aurora costume. She adores it and wears it whenever she has the chance. 2 weeks ago, one of Aurora's friends from school threw a princess-themed birthday party. How fun. She encouraged her friends to wear costumes. My daughter wanted to go as her favorite character, which didn't surprise me at all. When we got to the party, the birthday girl came to greet my daughter, and she was also dressed as Princess Aurora. I didn't know what her costume was going to be prior to the party. I got worried for a second, but the birthday girl was actually really excited. She said that they looked like twins. It was adorable. They ran off to play, and I forgot about the costumes for a while. About 30 minutes into the party, I was at a table with some of the other moms when the birthday girl's mom came up to me. She asked if I had brought any spare clothes for Aurora. All right. I said yes. I always bring an extra shirt and shorts for her. She then asked me to change my daughter into the spare clothes and out of her costume. All right. I could stop right there, baby. Not the asshole. This lady is the asshole. We're going to keep going anyway. There might be a little twist here. The mother explained that she'd hired a photographer to walk around taking pictures of the kids and was also planning on getting a group photo near the end of the party. She didn't want anyone wearing the same costume as her daughter in these pictures. She also thought her daughter might get jealous, since my kid gets to share her name with their favorite princess. Yeah, she sounds really jealous being excited about them being twins. Now, if the birthday girl was the one who had a problem, I might have considered changing Aurora into her spare clothes. But no, she was genuinely excited they were dressed the same. It also didn't feel fair to force my daughter to be the only one without a costume in a party full of children in princess dresses. I said no, good, and explained my reasoning to the girl's mom. She insisted for a few minutes, but I held my ground. Some of the other moms started to back me up, and she eventually got up and left. When I went to pick up my kids earlier this week, I ran into her friend's mom. She accused me of ruining her daughter's party by allowing Aurora to wear the same costume as her. She told me she doesn't think she'll ever be able to look at the pictures without being disgusted by my behavior. I thought she was exaggerating, but I'm starting to doubt myself. Jesus God, dude. Our conflict has found its way to the mom group chat we're both in, and opinions over there are divided. Some think having two girls wear the same costume is no big deal. Others think I should have changed my daughter's clothes. Am I the asshole? Absolutely fucking not. This woman is a control freak and definitely wasn't giving a shit about her daughter's birthday. It was about her pictures, what she probably posted on Facebook. She wanted the daughter's day to be special for her reasons. The daughter didn't give a fuck. The daughter loved it. The daughter is not going to look at these pictures one day and be angry that her friend, assuming that they stay friends for years, she's not going to be upset that her friend was dressed as the same princess. And then also, how many... All right, there's a lot of princesses. I'm not going to say that there's not. But I don't know how many kids there are at this party. There was probably a duplicate. There had to have been two Bells, Ariels. Who's another? Moana, is that one? Tiara, the Princess and the Frog. I haven't seen these movies, folks. I'm sorry if I'm getting the names wrong. These are kids. They don't give a fuck. And this little girl, the little birthday girl, seeing her friend, she's probably excited because it's like, oh my God, Aurora, Princess Aurora. That's cool. That would be cool. And then it's the obvious choice for this child. If the kid's name was Belle, she's probably going to be Belle. This is insane. To say that she ruined the party. How, where, what, donde, what part? That, like, nowhere did, and it says that the kid didn't have a problem. The kid was excited. Mom, you ruined the birthday party. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't know. I don't understand how this group chat is divided either. Like, these are, how old was this woman? 34. I imagine that everyone in the group chat is about the same age, and that's basically my age. I'm trying to think of something that would actually bother me. This is not one of them. If my kid had a birthday party and another kid showed up wearing the same little costume, I'd be like, oh, that's cute. Look, oh, they're wearing the same thing. It would end there. To try to embarrass a child, like make them change and wear their street clothes, that's so fucked up. And then the birthday girl later on, when she's old enough to fully understand these pictures, she's going to look back and she's going to see her friend wearing regular clothes. And what's mom going to say? Mom is probably going to lie. Knowing the mom, she's probably gonna be like, oh, she just didn't bring a costume, or oh, she spilled punch on it. Fuck you, lady. Definitely gonna have questions as to why your one friend isn't wearing a costume. And if she found out the truth that her own mom made this kid take off her costume because of the birthday girl is gonna feel bad. And I hope that well, it didn't happen, but I hope that scenario would have happened. All right, we're going to look at the this is kind of long, so there's a lot of comments. All right, yeah, not the asshole. That mom is a piece of work. Jealous that a 4-year-old is going to outshine her precious. Nobody puts baby in the corner. That's from that movie with Patrick Swayze that I've never seen, but I understand it. I get that joke. I don't know who the baby is or why the baby was in the corner, but I have heard that before. Also, this mom, she didn't even mention that. I think that you would have mentioned that before. Like, hey, everybody, just want to give everybody a heads up. My daughter is going to be Princess Aurora, and I would appreciate it if you guys, any costume but that, if you please. And I think that's a very reasonable request. I think that even this Aurora would understand, maybe, like, hey, it's her birthday and she wants to be this character, which is stupid, but the kid's going to understand. And I imagine the kid would be cool with that. Like, hey, do you want to be mermaid, Little Mermaid instead? Pump the kid up, and the kid's going to go along with it. But yeah, she should have said that in the beginning. All right, so the mom, she replied to one of the comments about the multiple princesses, as I expected. It says there were 3 Elsas. I don't know what that's from. 3 Ariels, 2 Jasmines, and 2 Belles. There were some princes that only appeared once. All right, she said she looked at the group photo. There were 20 girls. Yeah, there were 2 Auroras. Oh yeah, of course. And then 1 Snow White, Tiana, Anna, Moana. So yeah, 20 kids. You're gonna have duplicates. Okay, that was it. I just wanted to do that one because it caught my attention. I thought it was fun. So yeah, if you follow me on the main account, you probably know why. So all right, last week we had to put our dog to sleep, and it was on the 2nd, and it sucks. She was 15, almost 15 and a half, and she just, her back legs went out. She had doggy dementia. It was time, and she lived a hell of a life. We got that dog when she was a puppy. She was the first dog that we had since puppyhood, and she was very special. And she was born, just to give you an idea of how old she was born the week The Dark Knight came out. Yeah. George W. Bush was still the president of America when Meg happened. So she was an old dog. And my mom in the group chat told us, like, hey, I think it's time. She'd been living with my mom because she was living with my youngest brother, but he has stairs and it wasn't working for her. So my mom is retired anyway, so she was like, I'll take care of Meg and be with her all day. And so she got to be with Meg for the last couple of months of her life. I think like July until November. So that was good, but also hard because she had to watch her decline even more. But anyway, we had to put her down on the 2nd, and that sucked. So the next day, I thought I could record, and I wanted to talk about Meg, and I also, because she just passed away, we've been in the group chat just sending pictures of Meg, and I was thinking about all the other dogs that we've had, and she was the last link to my dad. Like, she was the last dog we'll ever have that knew my dad. So then his birthday was the next day. So that always kind of sucks. So yeah, I tried to record on his birthday and the day after that she died, and I am not kidding. I sat in this chair for a little over an hour and a half, and I kept trying to get the episode out, and it wasn't working. Like the farthest that I went into an episode was like 10 minutes, and then I was like, I would just space out and be like, fuck, this is not right. Start again. And to make room on the camera, I had to delete there were like 45, 50 takes, and it didn't work. And I wanted to talk about Meg, because she was a hell of a dog, but I couldn't find the way to do it. Like, I started off like not joking, but kind of lighthearted, and then I did like more serious stuff, and I just kept talking, and nothing was right. So the last take, I just was like, okay, we're done. And I got up and was like, fuck it. Not gonna. All right. The camera shut off. I think that's the cue to stop talking about this depressing thing. But dogs, it's part of the deal when you get a dog, and it's hard every time you get a dog, you love it to death, and then you gotta do the inevitable. If they live a long life, if you're lucky, and then you swear that you're not going to get another dog again, and then you do, and it's a cycle that it sucks, but they're always worth it. And having Meg in our life was very, very, very special. And yeah, good dog. She was a good dog. And I don't know why I thought that I could do an episode. And then there were a couple takes where I just I wasn't even going to like talk about it. I was just going to like, oh, good, am I the asshole today? But she was a family member. Yeah, that's why we took last week off. And God, man, thank you so much to everybody that sent their condolences. And I felt really bad because I think my brothers posted stories as well, but I posted a bunch of pictures of her, and then like the last slide I put 2008 to 2023. So a lot of people were responding to the stories like early on, like, laughing emojis and like, oh, she's so cute. Oh, Meg. And then at the end, it was like, oh, shit, sorry. I didn't want to lead with that. I didn't want to lead with like, oh, Meg died. So I tried to it was like a nice little memorial slide for her or whatever. So yeah, kind of a bummer when you have to get rid of these animals that you love so much. And yeah, it was really, really tough. All right. That's going to do it for us. Thank you very much to all the patrons, all the people that joined the Reddit subgroup. I guess I'm just going to try to interact with you guys more on there, and all the platforms. I try to do that, but the time, it goes by so fast. I mean, next Thursday is going to be here, and then boom. Oh, gotta record an episode. Didn't have time to prepare. I mean, I do prepare, but I can't prepare like on this level. It's like, it's a lot. So yeah, thank you very much. As always, we're coming up on episode 50. You don't know what we're going to do exactly. We'll do so. Maybe we will do analyze the first episode. I think that'll be kind of fun, or at least do that as a short little segment. But yeah, that'll do it for us. Mr. Stewart, Mr. Dirty Stew, is there anything you'd like to add? Thank you, Stu. She was a good dog. If you have a dog, if you have a cat, any pet, give them some extra love this weekend. Take them to the beach, take them to the dog park, cat park, whatever. Any park will do where they're allowed. And if you go shopping this weekend and you take your pet, put them in the car safely, of course. And then when you're done with your shopping cart, put it back in the shopping cart return because that's where it fucking belongs. And we'll see you next week.